I was, oh no. I guess I'm monitoring output right now. Oops. Hi. Hello. Hi. Right, let me... There we go. Okay. Hello. Yes, I figured I was echoing. I forgot to, Yes, don't worry, I knew what it was, because I could hear myself. I wanted to monitor the microphone so that I knew what was going on, but I'm not very used to hearing my own voice, so I really had to get used to that. Hello. Hi. So today it's gonna be a really boring stream, I'm afraid. I'm literally just gonna be here and doing work because I have some NDA projects to work on. So I want to get them done before Christmas because ideally I'd like to stream Christmas Day. So this is gonna be another work stream, and it's gonna be very quiet, and there are gonna be some noises. I will save my work, thank you. let me save it. Okay. Can you hear me tapping on my screen, by the way? I don't know if you can hear that. I tried to make it so my microphone was a little more sensitive than usual, because I'm still trying to figure out how to do the whole ASMR thing. So I'm gonna try and be low energy, low level, and we'll see how it goes. If you are looking to work in the cubicle next to me, you're free to do so. Just don't distract me too much. I'm joking, I know I'm gonna get distracted, but if I get a little work done, then that's better than nothing. Isn't it fun, by the way? This layout kind of feels like we're like sat across from each other, like in a regular office. Like, I've worked in offices that looked like this, and I've always the first time I worked in like a cubicle setting, I actually knew the person sitting across from me, and we didn't really have one of those barriers up between us. So I remember looking over at different parts of the day and trying really hard to not just start a conversation with them. And I feel like maybe this is a little like that. If you're wondering what's the deal with the look, I realized I haven't used full Hayano much, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, really, this is the toned down, more quiet version of me. So I figured that it made sense for her to be the ASMR gal. So I would like to say a big hello to Nijimari, to Adon, to Dawn Strider, to Melkor the Great, to Lilith, and I think, have I got everyone? Hello. Hi, hello. I think I got everyone. If I'm missing anyone, please give me a shout. Actually, I am missing someone. Hello, Nimby. Hi, I know you somewhere here. Alright, so I had to work on a couple of projects today. Your girl has not been very good about keeping on track of things. Also, cheers to Lilith for reaching a 25 stream streak. Thank you ever so much. I really do appreciate it. That kind of support is a little bit insane. Thank you so much. Let me... I want to also turn off this. And I'll just manually thank people. Cool. I'm trying to make sure that I know a lot of people are going to be listening to this in the background, so they don't want to like have stuff ping up and scare the absolute bejesus out of them. I'm a similar way once I get working. I am a pain for it. Oh, sorry, I gotta hold my pen in my mouth because I gotta look. Too many requests. That would be upsetting if that was true. Right. By the way, does anyone else need to work on anything today? Like I said, I'm working on some NDA projects. I also need to email some people about some things. So this is just gonna be a bunch of like, hey, we're doing stuff. Okay. There we go. I'm in my autumn form, which is, for those who aren't familiar with Hayano lore, it's that I have different seasonal forms, and my autumn form is probably my most serious, so it felt a little bit right that this was the one for my co-working serious streams. I might have been wrong, but I guess we'll find out. That looks about right. Okay. I'm glad. I love this design. This design is based off of the one Sinvanic did for me. I'm pretty sure it's still in the Hayano fan stuffs. So that's fun. Okay, pick that up. Clear that. But yes, this one's based off of more of that, like, kind of professional doing the damn thing. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Alright, that's the one thing sorted. I love how you said it's not a rebranding, but you haven't used the old model in ages. I used the regular Hayano. Oh, you mean the like original Hayano model? So the reason I don't use the regular Hayano model right now is that, like I said originally, there's some rigging issues with it, and I unfortunately cannot I cannot right now afford to get it re-rigged, so that's why we're using this model and these variants rather than the original Hayano model. I might have missed that. It's okay, don't worry. There's a couple of rigging issues with it. So rather than futz around, I wanted to kind of experiment with the customizable models, because I wanted to be able to have, eventually, I want to save up for the Prism model as well, so that I can have toggles for each of the seasonal Hayano variants for you guys to use. And for me, who has multiple versions of like seasonal variants, it makes more sense, I think, to have one that's like more readily customizable, I guess. Not to say I don't have dream model ambitions, it's just I'm not much in a position to worry overly about that, especially because I think you guys like the customizable models a lot. I think you quite enjoy them, and I think I can do a lot with them, and I like that. I like the texture editing on it. I still want to make this one have it so that I have a side bit that's the original Hayano color. But yes, right now my big priority is saving up for a PC very slowly, so that's the big priority right now, especially with how expensive PCs are getting. Oh my goodness. I need to have one that's like relatively runs okay, so I can stream on it and I can also do like my animation on it. So it's in the back burner for now. Should the glasses toggle be disabled, by the way, since you're already wearing glasses? I think that's kind of funny. Very funny. Also, yes, Red. Hello, Aito. Hello. Also, thank you for the follow, All Might Luffy. Welcome in, welcome in. Right, okay, let me have a look. I need to do that. I've done that. That's one thing off my list. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's all handled. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's sorted as well now. Delete that. Okay. Alright, what is next? Wait, did the double glasses work? Hold on, let me see. Let me see, because I don't think it worked. Ah, also, thank you for following, Loki Bear. Welcome in, welcome in. Let me... Now, why isn't that working? Right, there we go. Are we working now? Oh, we are. full of glasses, double the fun. Okay, there we go. It should be working now. Right, what was the other thing I had to do? Oh yeah, that. Okay. Email. How many glasses can you stack? I don't know. Probably a couple. I mean, it only does one at a time when you redeem the channel point redeem, but I could probably do it manually, I guess. 6 eyes. Hell yeah. Did y'all ever get cold 4 eyes when you were a kid? Hello, Minokalu. Welcome in. Oh my god, I just realized. Is it noisy when I take a sip? That's a little bit embarrassing that I didn't think about that. I got told I had elf ears, but that's cool. What? How would that be an issue? The sip is part of it. Well, you know, the sip is part of it, but gross mouth noises. I didn't get cold 4 eyes because I didn't have glasses until I was 20. Wow, aren't you a lucky motherfucker? I was no such luck. I had glasses from like 4 years old. I had weak eyes. Oh, that's a fun little fact about me. A fun dumb little fact about me. My eye prescription, my eyes, me eyes, I am minus 9.5 in one eye, minus 11 in the other. So there you go, some fun Hayano facts. Hayano is fucking blind. Hayano is so fucking blind. Jesus. Me eye fucking broken. How many fingers am I holding up? Well, I have 6 eyes right now on you. So, I'm gonna say 3. Also, thank you, Milko, for the huge blinking. Silly. That should be considered legally blind. I am technically considered legally blind. Thank you for asking. It just doesn't count as an actual disability because it can be aided with glasses and like visual aids. So it's not technically counted as like a disability or anything. If that makes sense. I completely failed geometry because I went like an entire school year without being able to see the board. I feel like it happens a lot more than people seem to think. Not disabled enough, says the government. Hey, who am I to argue? I'm just a mere plebeian. Thank you for the follow, Combat Sniper 76. Welcome in. I think I now get why you had no depth perception when playing Galaxy. It's something I genuinely struggle with, actually. Like, no joke. I feel like I have like a reduced depth. They say people with like autism and ADHD have a reduced depth perception in general. But I've always thought mine was particularly atrocious. I love pets. Well, thank you for the head pets. But yeah, I have always quite thought that I have atrocious depth perception. My depth perception sucks usually. Yeah, I get it. Combat Sniper, thank you for redeeming your point taxes. They definitely go back into the community and not into my pocket to eat when no one is looking. And thank you for following Surya Kitana. Welcome in. I didn't know that was such a common thing. Yeah, I believe it is, at least. I wouldn't say I'm the be-all end-all on it. But I believe it is semi-common to at least struggle with depth perception in some way. It's always hard to struggle. I struggled with my whole life. It took me 15 whole years to get back on my feet. That's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta find what aids you, you know? Well, I'm sorry you went through that. but we do try to keep it a little lighter here, I will say. So I'm very sorry you went through that, but let's not dwell on the badness of scenarios. Let's look towards the future of good situations, you know? Hell yeah. And that's the thing to focus on. That anatomy doesn't really make sense. I should like that. There we go. Coffee time. I have a monster because I am incorrigible and I cannot be trusted to not caffeinate in a highly problematic way. I'm joking. I was just memeing over the whole the flirt scenario. Did they ever say that that was a really bad idea, by the way? Love your character, by the way. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. This is my autumn look. My regular look is a little bit lighter and a little bit brighter, but because I'm doing some serious work, I figured I should take it a little bit serious. Autumn Hayano is all work, no play. Merry Crimbo, hi in chat. Going out in a sec, but I wanted to say hi to you in chat. Hello, Iris. I hope you got all of your work done, and I hope you're free from commitments for at least a little bit. Make sure you have a very, very good rest. I have cherry Dr. Pepper. Delicious. Divine. I had too many of those this weekend. I feel that. Too many monsters this week. I love caffeine. Oh, caffeine divine. You don't have a Christmassy look. I do not. My Christmas, for one, my winter design is a little more bleak. A little more washed out because I typically get quite flared up over the Christmas season. So, you know, dealing with that is a whole different thing. And I'm not a very Christmassy person, I will say. I am planning on streaming on Christmas itself, so that people have a place to come and be as they are. But I'm not a very Christmassy person, unfortunately. I would love to know when we get the benefits from our taxes. Wouldn't you just... Frost! Oh my god, Frost! Hello! Hi, Frost! How are you doing? Hello, hello. Also, Cobran, thank you for redeeming your point taxes. They go back into the community and definitely not into my pocket. And don't worry, Swishy, I just saved my work. We're good. We're all saved up. I will attempt to be there if my day isn't too busy for obvious reasons. Honestly, it's don't worry about it. It's more for the sake of just for people. If anyone doesn't really have anything particular to do that day, I figured we could hang out a little bit, vibe around, have a good time. Hell yeah. I would have liked to have streamed on Christmas Day for the same reason, but I'm getting dragged away. I get it. I'm at least getting dragged away for the morning. I hit GM in Rivals and I'm top 100 on Magneto. Well, congratulations. Hell yeah, Frost. I'm glad you found something that you're passionate about. I'd be lying if I wasn't going to be streaming tomorrow with alcohol in ranked. Definitely a good combo. I'm not sure that's a great combo, but I'm sure you'll have a good time and be very, very responsible. It is nice, though. As a support player, a strategist, if you will, I take great offense. No, I'm joking. I don't mind. I'm certainly not good at the game, though. So, you at least have that. I have been enjoying playing Gambit. I haven't played as much as I wanted to recently. I had too much work to do. But, I did have a lot of fun with Gambit. He is very fun. Yes, he is very, very fun. I also just like him a lot. I have a bit of a weakness for characters like that. I'm kind of in a similar situation. I think, like, I never really properly got into ranked, and I think I would have liked to at some point. But at this point, I'm probably just playing ranked to try and climb to gold, because, as I said, I'm not very good at the game, so it's mostly me trying to climb to gold and utterly and flamboyantly failing. But that's okay. I have a lot of fun still doing so, you know. And that's what it's all about. There we go. That makes sense to be like here. I'm sorry, Hayano, but server admin Sue Storm needs to go. I do think it's a little ridiculous. I will say, I agree, Invisible Woman is a little ridiculous right now. Did you know that she can, block Rogue's ult? You know? And her shield doesn't take, like, any damage from it. I thought that was a little ridiculous. But then again, with how Luna Snow's treated. If I was better at the game, I can definitely, I could definitely climb. However, that is not in the cards. And I'd have to spend a lot of time doing it, which, not sure I have in me to do. Also, oh my god, my PC hates Rivals. PC hates Rival. PC despises it. Sorry, yawnies. Oh god, I'm never even getting to a flawless win streak, I'll tell you that. Let me... Hayano did use you on. Actually, status moves can't be super effective. I'm so glad I got my PC right before the RAM thing. Yeah, well. No, I'm fine. I'm definitely not jealous at all. Definitely not jealous at all. So AI has absolutely shot up the prices of RAM, and it's also happening with GPUs, I believe. So, it's a lot more expensive to be in a scenario where you can afford a PC. A bit for storage too. Oh, good lord. I'm dreading it. I'm dreading even thinking about it. Ugh. Doomed. Is this the doomed Yaoi timeline that we were talking about? Yeah, the consumer PC market's gonna take a big hit, which will bleed into the gaming market. Those damn clinkers. Oh, Jesus. What have we come to? What is our life? What is our actual life right now? Excuse me, can you stop going past my house at such a ridiculous speed that I can hear you through my closed and sound padded window? Like, why do you need to rev your engine that loud? A sadness, it runs through me. Fwog. 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 Sorry, I saw a frog and I got distracted. I saw a frog and I got distracted. Oh my god. It was just like, frog. Frog. Love me a good frog. There we go. Frog. Ah yes, Maka, I will save my work, thank you. Excuse me, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to shame it. That's what I do when I can't think of what I'm doing. This stream is really just how many stims do I do while I'm trying to work? How deeply distracted can I get? The answer is very deeply distracted. I'm terrible at my job. Oh, the bane of existing. The dramatics on show of bad chat tonight are just chef's kiss, actually. Good job, guys. Oh, I do have to pay to live on rock, because rock is home, and unfortunately home is dominated by capitalism. Ooh. That's an ads alert. Twitch makes me run ads every hour to disable pre-roll, and the next ads are going to start in 5 minutes. They take about 4 minutes, usually 3 to 5, and I will always pause the game and take a break myself wherever possible. We will have the match game. However, we'll have the match game, but we will also have it muted. So if I can get it to be quiet, we will have the match game. Thank you, Frost, for redeeming your point taxes. They go back into the community and definitely not into my pocket to eat when no one is looking. Oh, thank you, LinkedIn, for telling me that I should try and make friends with this person. Thank you, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like, this is an animator in your area. And I'm like, okay. Why are they gonna do this? Thank you, Koran, for the posture check. I will definitely fix my shrimping ass posture. Okay. I'm ballless. I'm ballless. Have you scrolled down to the panels below and checked that the extension is working? If it doesn't like you, soon Hayano shall suffer the curse of the wheel. I think I've got about another month in me, actually. Because I'm taking a hiatus in January for my surgery. I think I have time. So don't you worry. I have 20 whole balls. Whole balls? Entire balls? Not even half balls, quarter balls. Zero chance balls? No balls? Oh, I'm stupid. The wheel shall wait. In due time it shall catch you. I've got time. I've got time, and I've got places to be. Balls. Why does my sword no hyper voice? Because, you know, when you accidentally drag a knife against, like, something you shouldn't drag a knife against, and it makes, like, that scrunching sound. Ugh. 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 A squeaky noise. I actually sliced my thumb open. I sliced my thumb open last night because I cannot be trusted with knives and having a depth perception. But I wanted to cut something open, and I sliced the shit out of my thumb. Like a total dumbass. It's okay. It's totally fine. It didn't mean anything. It's fine. I had like a plaster on it, but it didn't really bleed a whole lot. It bled a normal amount. Too much sugar. Yeah. Oh, the sound I make when I hit my toe on the wall. In a demonic ceremony? Maybe. Maybe, finally. Okay, so we're getting you chainmail gloves for Christmas. Maybe. No, I'm joking. I don't need that. I'm fine. It's fine. I have only, like, stuck myself with a knife a couple of times in my life. But ad breaks are about to start, so I will see you on the other side of them. BRB. Hello, hi. I am returned. Let me turn the rain down. Thank you for following Zero Eclipses. Welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay, let's have a look. I'm gonna level. I literally know nothing about Woowa, but I am glad that you two are having a fun time. I cannot get into another gacha game. I won't do it to myself. It simply won't happen. The people have been calling for Uma Musume and yet it still won't happen. I've been waiting for you to go live again, but it's ASMR. I'm so very sorry. I know it's not to everyone's taste. We're just doing a little bit of work. You're free to sit and work if you'd like. But I totally get it's not for everyone. And I very much understand it's a little bit out of my wheelhouse. So, thank you still for popping in, Aiden. I have audio hypersensitivity and ASMR literally hurts. I'm so sorry. I totally get that some people do. Please make sure to look after yourself. From what I know, I haven't really played any of Zenless Zone Zero. But I have the most experience with between Honkai and Genshin, and I will say that my favorite is Honkai. But I still don't really enjoy gacha games. So that's the biggest discouragement of them. I have friends who still play Genshin a lot, though. I think I just prefer the gameplay in Honkai. I enjoy the turn-based. I didn't really enjoy the Persona turn-based, though. Which is interesting, because I'm usually a big Persona fan, but I just wasn't really feeling it, I guess. It's no real stress though. I don't think I'm exactly missing out on much if I don't play gacha games. I almost got into Honkai because of the turn-based combat, but it did not call to me. I get it. I think you really have to, like, gel with one of those games. I'm a lazy motherfucker, so I just enjoy how optimized it is from other gachas that I've played. And even then, like I said, the only reason why I did join the pre-registration for it because when the pre-reg ran, I was still pretty into Genshin. So I signed up for the pre-reg for it, and I'm pretty sure I signed up for the pre-reg of ZZZ as well. But I just didn't end up playing ZZZ at all, and I didn't with Honkai. And then a certain cowboy released, and I started playing. And then a certain gambler released, and I continued playing for those two characters. I got a good chunk. I think I completed Penacony. I haven't played much, if at all, of Amphoris. Amphorius? No, I haven't really touched it. The last character I really pulled for was Firefly, because I like her. She's very pretty. She's very, very pretty. But yes, other than that, I'm not really a gacha person. I'm going to be completely real with you. Firefly just came back out. I lost my 50/50 uninstalled. I got really lucky with Aventurine. I got 2 of him in 1 pull, and then ever since then I've been taken to I was repeatedly taken to 80 to 90 polls, and I just kind of gave up. I just gave up because I was like, no, I don't want to keep doing this with gacha. I don't want to keep going here with gacha. And like I said, I haven't really played any of Amphorius. So, yeah. I think I wanted Fugue. I think Fugue was the last banner I did, and then I got up to 80 pulls, and I got up to 70 pulls, pulled a welt, and then I was up to 80, and the banner ran out of time, and I gave up. I totally gave up. I was getting so screwed over on every banner except for Aventurine. So, my gambler boy, he gets all of the love in the world. Everything else, I could leave. I don't really like gacha. I only play ZZZ because it's so fun in spite of gacha, also very generous. I get the vibe as well from ZZZ that ZZZ hasn't suffered the same issue that Genshin and potentially Honkai has, which is, from what I know so far, ZZZ hasn't really had much power creep. So if you're good at the game, you can just still use like the starter agents is something that I've heard. And that's kind of appealing to me because I do like the robot man. But I know I wouldn't be very good at the game, so that's why it's not so appealing to me. Okay. Very nice. I think. There it is. Well, hello. Oh god. Oh my goodness, hello. Hi Raiders. Hello. Sorry, I didn't see because I'd logged in. Oh my god. Hello, Mukong TV. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hi, hello. My name is Hayano. Welcome in, welcome in. Today we're doing ASMR. A big thank you from Mukong TV for the raid. I very much appreciate it. What were you guys up to? We were up to just doing some work. Or hanging out, doing some work. Little tippy tappies while I'm doing work. But yes, chat is talking about gacha. And I am overseeing it as the gacha overlord, clearly. But yes, hello. My ASMR is a little bit more chilled out than most. Lots of keyboard noises because I'm doing work, and lots of tablet noises because I'm doing work, and a lot of soft talking. So if that seems to be up your alley, you're more than welcome to stay and rest should you need to. So remember to go give Mukong a very wonderful little follow if you to show appreciation for them popping in and bringing their raiders over here. But yes, hey, hi, hello, my name is Hayano and welcome to my cafe. Thank you ever so much for the raid. Please make sure that you take a few minutes to get up, hydrate, stretch. If you've not eaten, make sure that you eat. That's very, very important. And just look after yourself, because when you've been sat still for a while watching a stream, we can get a little enraptured and forget. So it's ever so important. But yes, we do indeed love ASMR. I'm glad you got to play some more Kingdom Hearts though, that's very fun. Also, during Kyrie! So cute. Or a clicky clacky noise, grrr. But yes, also hello Jammy Jamsa, welcome in, welcome in. Oh god, there is, of course, hold on. There we go, that's sorted. Just had to mute real quick. Thank you, Unlimited Epicness, for your point taxes. They will go definitely into the community and not into my pocket to eat when no one is looking. I did not see that until this second. That streamer lied. Hayano was getting arrested only for being the cutest little cow in the world. I just love how a creep does feel a little mad. What did you do this time? Be cute. It was still faster than the iris, so it's fine. Staring at you. I did nothing. I'm a perfect little being, and I could do no wrong ever. I have no idea what's going on with HSR. However, I am a little bit upset that my S2E, is it? No, it's E2S1. My E2S1 Himiko cannot do anything. And that is tragically upsetting to me because I love Himiko and she has such a good build. Like, all of her relics at minimum, like, 3 good substats on them. I spent so long building her because I love her. And I'm so sad. I'm so sad she's basically useless. That's another reason why I quit. I was like, to be honest, Hayano, all the standard banner characters are all booty. I know, but I want to be able to play the characters I want to play. That's why I don't like gachas. I dare not argue for a character should I fall in love with them. I should be able to use them. That's all I'm saying, okay? Hashtag buff Himiko 2026, please. My wife. My beautiful goddess. Did we figure out if she was from... No, that's spoilers. There was like a theory going around for a while when Ampharos came out. And I thought she might have been from Ampharos. But I suppose asking that is asking for spoilers, so I'm going to redact that question. We love Himiko, just keep her on the train. I love Himiko so much, though. I would do anything for that girl. Anything. She could ask for anything. And I am not kidding, even slightly. Hello, Panda Chili. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good day today. Some might even say a wonderful. Thank you for following, HayanoVT. Hello, welcome in. Hey. Oh, I did hear, because one of my friends was particularly upset about it. Apparently they're changing Walt's voice actor. Is that accurate? I believe that's what they were upset about. I don't know. Is there any active? Yeah, he got removed. That's upsetting. I thought he did a very good job. But I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. Understandable. Oh yeah, Welt's VA apparently got fired and reported he wasn't actually given a reason for it. They just kind of laid him off randomly. Oh, that's really, really unfortunate. I mean, obviously, like, I guess it can just happen. I mean, but, damn. I have some opinions on that, but I'm going to keep them to myself because I don't want to get in trouble. I am thinking. I am thinking so hard right now. Truly. Totally not confused and or overwhelmed. I am thinking so hard right now. That's fair. I think that is fair, actually. Thank you. I will do a posture check.
Start doing my bookies as well.
And make sure, if you're gonna check your posture, that you're not shrimping. Don't shrimp. No shrimping. Anti-shrimp. We are an anti-shrimp community. Don't you dare even think about shrimping. No shrimp time. You redeemed it. You asked for this. How dare you call out my shrimping? No, you gotta sit properly. You gotta do that for yourself, you know? Man. I can't say much, because obviously I'm not meant to say much. But this man I'm drawing has a very slutty waist. And I feel I feel a certain type of way about it. Must have been the way. Oh my god. I cannot believe you guys okay. Alright. Listen, I get it. We all want to shrimp sometimes, and that's okay. But you have to look after yourself as well sometimes. And sometimes the hardest thing is knowing knowing how to look after yourself and when to allow yourself a bit of a shrimp. You know? As long as you're working below. Snatchable, truly. It is a snatch of a waist. Sorry, I just saw. Just so nitty and frosted. I was. Don't worry. Oh, bless. It's been a while since I've had you guys' brand of chaos in the stream. It's nice. It's very nice. Not to be parasocial or anything, but there's no real non-parasocial way to say this, so I'm just not gonna say it. Just not gonna say it. I was gonna be like, man, I missed you guys. Then I was like, that's weird to say. Can't say that. Holy moly. No fat. No fat. It's not parasocial to be simply friends with people online. I don't interact with these people off of stream. So I fear it is a little parasocial of me to be like, man. I fear it is, unfortunately. Shrimp. Shrimp, shrimp, shrimp. Shrimp, shrimp, shrimp. Shrimp, 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 shrimp. Shrimp, shrimp, shrimp. Shrimp, shrimp, shrimp. Shrimp, 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 shrimp. I am the shrimp. You are the shrimp. We are the shrimpiest of shrimp, shrimp, shrimp. Everybody shrimping, but that's no good, because there shouldn't be shrimping when you're working. Shrimping when you're working is really, really bad. Shrimping when you're working makes me really, really sad. Don't shrimp too much, because you'll get backache, and backache is bad. It really, really hurts. Is this a cult now? No! This isn't a cult. What? What? No! What about my shrimp song made you think that? When will you put that on Spotify? Never. Stream exclusive. I need to grab some groceries, and if something's missing, I need to drive an hour to the big store to get my stuff. Well, fingers crossed that nothing is missing. Fingers crossed. Shrimpin', shrimpin', shrimp, shrimpin'. There's only shrimpin' left for you. There's only shrimpin' left when you know it. 'Cause there's only shrimpin' left to be with you.
I can't do.
I'll see you later, Niji. Thank you for popping in. It means a lot. Thank you, Melko. There's the sound of my soul leaving my body. cool. Serve, even.
Yeah.
Thank you, KFL92, for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful day.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
I'm going crazy, chat. It's finally the art is finally having an adverse effect on my brain cell. My last brain cell is gone. Hello. Hi, Mr. Tacos. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful day. 2 hours left of a 12-hour shift, so I'm good. Well, soon you'll be able to rest properly, so... Gambatte ne. I am well. Yes, I'm very well. I'm getting to hang out with chat and have a very good time. Hello, Mr. Tacos. Hello, hello.
Using the less brain.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I am losing the last brain cell a little bit, but it's okay. It's totally okay.
And everything is fine.
Everything is fine and everything is okay. I'm not losing the last brain cell at all. At all. At all, at all, at all, at all, at all. Thank you ever so much for the head pats. I really, really appreciate it. Let me pop this down a little bit so it's a little bit more accurate. Ba ba da ba. There we go. Cute. I think. Alright. There we go.
Pokecatcher.
Let's move that down slightly. There we go. But honestly, let's also move this up slightly. There we go. What's good? Crazy username. Thank you for the follow, Butt Fungus. Welcome in, welcome in. That is, we have had some absolutely insane usernames recently, but you know, I'm getting used to them a little bit. They aren't shocking me as much anymore. You know, I'm getting better. I'm getting better about it. Okay. That makes sense. Cool. Ooh. That's not what I meant to do. I don't have a butt, I only have ass.
Ass. What a coincidence. What a coinky dink. What an interesting coinky dink. Oh.
Well, that's not what I wanted you to do. You have failed me for the last time, you bitch. You have failed me for the last time, you motherfucker. There we go. So jarring for some reason. Wait, what? What did I say? Wow. What did I say? I said you have failed me for the last time, you motherfucker, didn't I? Because, like, I was talking to the drawing software, to be honest with you, but, like, this is ringing true for some of you, so maybe we need to have a bit of a chat. Maybe some of us need to have a bit of a chat if this is ringing true for some of chat. Do we need to have a parent-teacher conference chat? Listen, swear, you just took me off guard from the comments. I'm very sorry. I'm getting very annoyed at my drawing software right now. Please understand, it's very normal. It's very normal and I'm very calm and we're very normal here and everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not stressed out at all. How does your arm work? Me when hands. I think most of us are here for you more than ASMR anyway. Thank you. I appreciate that. Apparently my tracking lost for a second. Oopsie. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie. Oopsie poopsie. Oh, that's not enough. Oh, I'm going to devour thine brain cavity. Oh, I'm going to explode your mind with my mind. Yes, calming ASMR and definitely not me exploding your mind with mine. Alright. Blah, blah, blah. ASMR Gandalf curses you. ASMR blows you up with my mind. I write an ASMR RP that's just me saying, "Ooh, I'm gonna blow up your mind. Ooh, ooh, I'm gonna blow up your mind. Ooh." Sorry, I'm getting a little silly. Getting a little silly because my brain cell is fighting me. I get a little silly because my brain cell's fighting me. But it's okay. I can fix it. It's still fixable. It's still fixable. earth does this work? How does this position work? How do you work? At the very end of the video, there's a tiny smidge of explosion sound, just like.
Will he with my line cutely? Hello, I'm here to blow you up with my mind. That was so cutely. Hello? Would you like to hold still while I sip my mind tendrils into your mind? And then I will blow you up ever so cutely. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Oh, wow.
His cat lady spends an hour and now politely asks to invade your mind. I accept these terms and conditions.
Pain and despair. You won't know anything like that when I'm done with you. Ooh.
I don't very often get to use the high-pitched ooh voice, so it delights me so. It effortlessly delights me to be able to mess around and be a silly little bean.
Yeah. Hello, I am here to ask for the rent and water bill to be paid because the cafe is like really behind on rent right now. Sticks popping in your mouth when you yawn. This is acceptable actually. I've just acquired 20 donuts. Hello, knock, knock, knock. Wait, hold on. Hello? Hello? Will you let me in? Hello? Hello, please. I can see you hiding behind the door. I can see you hiding behind the door. Will you let me in, please? Please? Is this... Thank you, Cobran, for the 5 lots of point taxes. They go back into the community and definitely not into my pocket to eat when no one is looking. And thank you, Aito, for the point taxes. They go back into the community and definitely not into my pocket when no one is looking. You eat taxes? Well, our points are technically sugar cubes, but I don't eat them. They just go in the saves. They just go in the saved, and I definitely don't put any of them in my pocket to eat. Definitely not. Are you a cow or a landlord? Neither. I'm an earth elemental spirit. A human who pacted with an earth elemental spirit who became responsible for managing a cafe, and the way that my earth elemental spirit contract manifests is via a cow. Hee. So technically, I'm the keeper of the cafe, and everyone who follows and stays here is a resident of the cafe. So, not technically a landlord, because I don't actually rent the space. More, you buy drinks and give your sugar cubes back to me that you build from just being here, and I will definitely not eat them and put them in the safe. For no particular reason, you shouldn't check the safe. The taxes are definitely in there. Living as a resident in a cafe, Persona 5 reference right there. Why would I quickly, guys, get rid of the Persona Shrine. Why would I make a Persona 5 reference? Yeah, I'm only one person. So you're saving up for the 2035 sugar crisis wars, maybe. And what if I want to eat the Persona Shrine? Don't eat it. Come on. That's where I put my children. My Persona children. You know, sometimes you draw a design and you're like, wow, this person cooked with this design, but also this is so much detail. They cooked so invariably hard. However, holy moly detail. And my style is very simplified. So, you know. That's not, I'm doomed to inshitifying. That's what I'm calling it from now on when I, like, simplify someone's, like, character. I'm like, yes, I must inshitify your art. You have so many joints in your fingers. Why is that? I suppose extra flexibility is good. Oh shit, I've heard of ads.
Hello, hello, hello. I have returned. Hold on. Gotta turn down the friggin' the water. The water noises. The water noises. The water noises. Persona 4 is like top 3, I guess. 5 is 1 and 3 is like 2 or something. I don't know. Or SMT, I don't know. No, Persona 1 love. SMH hasn't played Persona. Persona, it runs like a completely different game than the rest of Persona games, because from what I remember, it's like more of a maze map kind of situation, like similar to Etrian Odyssey in gameplay, if I'm correct with that. It's been a while since I've brushed up on my Persona 1 knowledge. 3 and 4 both suffer from painful dungeons to me. Tartarus and the TV world are both so unpleasant. I like the TV world, and I've always been someone who absolutely believes that there shouldn't have to be a grind in games for you to play the game. However, at the same damn time, I do like a good grind in a video game. I do. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I can't help it. I do like it. I do like it. Mega Tensei is a first-person dungeon crawler. Not sure about the new games. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the same for Persona 1. I couldn't think of what they were called, but first-person dungeon crawler is absolutely what I believe it is to be. And I think 2 is as well. I might be wrong with that. I think 2 is like has a lot more of the like the resemblance of it's kind of like a midpoint between 1 and 3 from what I remember. But again, I haven't played 1 and 2 in a great many years. That's on me. I should really replay at least 2 actually. Gotta go back for my gay romance. Gotta go back for my gay romance. Running into Wall Simulator 1 and 2. I kind of think there's a little bit of charm in first person like crawlers. Call me crazy, I guess. But I think there's a little charm in it. A little bit of charm. Controls are so jank. Is an Ellie boy. That's probably why they're kind of jank. That probably is why they're kind of jank. That's such a pretty rendering technique. I need to study more Lane Decker, I think. They always say the art to getting better at like rendering clothes is to study Lane Decker. Because he has a lot of reference. And I think that's probably true. I probably need to do that. Persona 2 is isometric, that makes sense. I remember it being madly different, but I couldn't friggin' remember for the life of me why. It's been too long. I need to reclaim my crown as the Persona enjoyer. I got flimsy. I really loved Persona 5 vanilla. And then when Persona 5 Royal came out, it actually took me ages to play Persona 5 Royal. I don't know why it took me ages to play Persona 5 Royal. I think it was just I liked Persona 5 vanilla so much that it felt weird to me to immediately get like essentially quote unquote like a remake. And I know they did that with Persona 4. Like Persona 4 into 4 Golden, because I remember owning both of those games. But I was a kid when Persona 4 Golden kind of reshipped. And I didn't really mind it as much. But like between Persona 5 Vanilla and Persona 5 Royal, I truly believed that Persona 5 Vanilla was a pretty fucking good game on its own. And I didn't really know if it necessarily needed at the time, I didn't know if it necessarily needed like a penultimate version. But I disagree. I do think now that I have played P5 Royal, now that I have experienced P5 Royal, I disagree with myself. I do think P5 Royal is the penultimate version that they wanted it to be. I just wish maybe they'd done it that way from the beginning. I'm still a firm believer that I don't think Persona 4 Golden needs a remake. Like, I am still of the belief that it doesn't. Yes, it's aged in certain ways, but I don't think they're going to fix those ways. I think they're just going to just make it look like Persona 5 Royale more. I don't think, honestly, I think P4 Golden is the penultimate version, because I don't think in any way they can remake it is gonna genuinely add to the experience. And I know this because of how they've remade P3. I think it would have been a lot more meaningful if they'd remade P3 in a full penultimate like version. I think the P3 remake could have been genuinely very incredible. I feel that they didn't really capitalize on the ability to make it better and just focused on P5ifying the graphics and P5ifying the combat. So in a way, it's a little disappointing because I think the P3 characters could do with a little more fleshing out. I do. I think their social links being the way they are is a little disappointing. And I feel like if they'd really went in on the remake and they genuinely committed to making it more like the current system they have, it would have been more meaningful to me personally if they had, updated everything. If they want to do remakes, I want 1 and 2. Those games are basically unplayable with modern systems. That's why I was kind of bummed out when they announced that it was going to be a 4 remake. Because if it's the same type of remake that is P3, then I'm gonna be again a little bit disappointed, because I think there's so much character potential in P4 especially. I love those characters. I adore those characters. But I think some of them could do with some story shifts and could do with a little bit more carefully being handled. And yet I don't think that's going to happen because they didn't change any of the story or characters in 3, so why would they in the 4 remake? And I'm not asking for entire arcs to be changed, by the way. I'm just asking for some optimization and some social link tweaks for things to be a little bit more meaningful, you know? Like, they didn't even bother to give the girls a free, proper social links. And I feel like that's the entire point that the remake should have been for. Giving those girls time to breathe in their characters. Giving the boys proper social links. Because you can't play as Katone, like, there's no social links for those boys. I just want the social links to do something. I hated the lack of rewards in P3. But the P3, that the social links are so shallow anyway. Because they're not like Persona 5 social links or Persona 4 social links even. They don't mean as much. You don't get as much out of them. You don't bond with the characters. And that breaks my heart. Because I love those characters. Some of those characters are my favorite in the series. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still not over one of the P3 characters, and I haven't been since I first played the game. But I just think the girls get really neglected. They are shallow, which is why I don't like them. If they're not fun and there's no rewards, why would I want to do them? Yeah, and that sucks. Because I was hoping in the remake they'd fix that. Because there's some great... Oh my god, there's some amazing character potential there. I love Persona 3. There's so much character in that game. But it feels like you only tap into like a 10th of what it is. And it's just so sad. It's just like so sad. And I'm probably gonna feel the same way about Persona 4 remake. I think there's so many things they can add to those character links that I will never forgive them for removing certain romance links as well. I think, honestly, if I can be like completely real with you guys, they're never going to remake 1 or 2. Because they're going to want to Persona 5ify it, and to do that they're going to have to overhaul the entire system. And they're going to have to overhaul, like, the entire, like, all of how, like, all of the social link experiences and everything, because it's completely different in 2. It's not the same at all. And I just don't think they're gonna put that much work into it, because they couldn't even put that much work into Persona 3 Reload. I don't see a world where they do that, and that's upsetting. I also don't see a world where they remake 2, because you have a gay romance in 2. And Atlas has made themselves very clear about how much they actually value male romance interests above, you know, queerbaiting the fuck out of them. And that's incredibly disappointing. And I don't think they remake 2 either for that reason, because they have to commit to having a gay romance in the remake then.
And if they take it out, there's gonna be backlash. And if they leave it in, there's gonna be like, well, why didn't you make all of these other... Why did you pussy out on all of these other romances in like 3, 4, and 5? And you can say, well, people saying about that are overreacting. But there's a real issue with that because... there's a real issue with that because, like, the romance interests are such a core part of the game. They are so core that, like, you have to talk about them in the same breath as everything else. Because, in a way, Persona is a dating sim light. It's a social sim light. I know that that's not the main focus behind the story, but the characters drive the story, and bonding with those characters is what drives the story. So I don't think you can have a world where you don't criticize how Persona handles its romantic interests. It annoys me so bad because they even had a pride badge in the P3 trailer. They're performative, yep. Because they will always give the main character a male best friend who he will probably have the best chemistry with, but they will not let you romance that male character because it doesn't make sense or whatever. And I don't get it at all. I do not understand. It's just a tragedy at that point that... And it's not even like I don't think that it's like a, oh, well, I don't feel that all male friendships have to end in romance. That's not what I'm trying to say. But the way in which the specific male friendships that I'm talking about have been contextualized within the games are inherently through a romantic frame. They themselves put the romantic frame upon certain friendships. I mean, for goodness sake, not to particularly spoil anything, but in Persona 5, one of the male characters you are literally implied to go on a quote-unquote romantic date with. You go to popular date spots with them. And that's not even the one I would say they queerbait the most in that game. I'd say that's the one they kind of queerbait the least, because it's so glaringly obvious neither character is... well, at least not that character is just an artistic guy, you know? Also, thank you for the follow, or sprint. Welcome in. Akechi is so gay for you, let me romance my boy. This is what I'm saying. It's not even like I don't believe male friendships can like flourish and not have to be romantic. I fully believe that, trust me. I am the first to always be like, okay, some male bonds are just like that, you know? But the things they do with MC and Akechi, the things they do with fucking MC and Yosuke, the things they do in P3 with the MC with a lot of the men in that game are ridiculously like way past like friendship, romance stuff. You can put a lot of bromance down. I'd put a lot of Ryuji in Persona 5 down to bromance, if I'm not squinting at the romantic subtext. But I think genuinely, and especially with Akechi, they cannot help but queerbait them because they know it sells the fucking game. Because the idea that one day, it's gonna all come back around and they're gonna be able to finally romance that character, that's what a lot of people are holding on for. And it's not gonna happen. You can spend Valentine's Day with Ryuji, for fuck's sake, it's so obvious. Not to mention all of the dialogue options where you can just say you're into men and then no one takes you seriously. Oh, it's my least favorite thing about Persona, and it's probably why, as I've aged, I've kind of fallen out of the series, because, for goodness sake, you repeatedly write the characters with the most chemistry with MC as men. I so rarely go through a Persona game and genuinely think the best romantic interest is a woman. Because a lot of the time, once you romance them, they just kind of get placid and pushovery. The only people who like have a back and forth is like the men, which is man. Not to mention the entire debacle of kanji and P4 needing to be rewritten in some way. Who did you romance in P5, if anyone? So, I was a late teen when Persona 5 Vanilla came out. So I romanced Futaba because it made the most sense in my brain at the time, because I liked Futaba and that was who I wanted to spend. Now that I'm older, I see Futaba as a child character. I see Futaba as my daughter. I genuinely see Futaba as my daughter now. But I do love her. I do love her dearly. I do love her for Joker. I know there's a lot of... I have to preface this one because a lot of people don't like the Joker and Futaba one because they see them more as siblings. I just think that it's hard to... I understand that they're going through traumatic instances and you're more likely to bond over that in a family-like way. But I think it's disingenuous to say after a year that Joker is basically, quote-unquote, Futaba's older brother. I mean, they certainly have that vibe, but I think that vibe gets utterly quashed when you do romance her. And I don't particularly care for the conversation of, oh, you're basically siblings, therefore you can't romance her. I don't particularly care for that conversation very much. Hello, Nijimari, welcome back. I see Persona Talk, yes. What a great time to be back. What a great time to be back indeed. Kawakami all the way, I get it. I have no problem with that headcanon, but I also don't think people have a right to judge you for going against it. Yes. There is a lot of... I have the same kind of vibe about Kawakami, and I'm gonna probably get into a little bit of trouble saying this, so please be reasonable about it. I don't think romancing Kawakami is grooming. I know that that's the popular conversation about it, around all of the adult romances in Persona 5, but I don't think romancing Kawakami is grooming, because there's a lot of options with Kawakami, and unless you are kind of being a little bit like, you have to kind of be a little bit manipulative towards Kawakami in order to get her to romance you. Because in most dialogue situations, depending on what she's picked, she can actually reject you. Kawakami can actually, like, fully reject you from romancing her. And you kind of have to play your cards incredibly right in order to not get rejected and like kind of push for the romance with her rather than her pushing for it with you. And I think that's I know it's not perfect. I'm not defending it. I would not defend it in a non-fictional setting. But I think that's the best way they could have handled it, honestly. And again, I'm no Persona. I'm no Atlas defender. Let's be real. I'm no Atlas defender. And I don't think technically I agree. There probably shouldn't be adult romance options anyway for a kid. But it is fiction. They are there. And I think it's to more cater towards the player rather than the character. I've seen so many people compare Kamoshida to Kawakami that annoys me so bad. It is a completely different ballgame because with Kawakami, it's so repeatedly noted that the power dynamic is completely different because you're the one who has blackmail on her. The entire idea of what Kamoshida was doing was blackmailing people to do stuff for him. With the beginning of Kawakami's route, if you really wanted to, you're the one who owns the power in that scenario. Kawakami literally doesn't have the power in that scenario. You find out about what she's doing on the side, which it shouldn't really be an issue, but it is a big issue in Japan. If genuinely they found out she was doing maid stuff on the side, she'd genuinely get in pretty big trouble for it. A lot of people seem to forget that the difference between Kamoshida and Kawakami is where the power dynamics lie. Also, Kawakami, as I said, does not push the power dynamic. You have to initiate all of the romance options with her. And I think she's an okay... If there's any adult in that game that I'm let's look at it from a non-fictional point of view, which I don't think's a good way to look at the game anyway. But if there's anyone that I think is really okay written, it's Kawakami. I gotta say, I don't like Oya's romance interest for the exact opposite reason, where I think Oya has a lot of the power, and that one, if really people wanted to compare it, I could see it. But at the end of the day, again, it's fiction, and that's not how it works in fiction. But I think Oya is so much more of a bad instance for it. Takemi's great. I think Takemi kind of also kind of really well does a really, really good job of towing that line of where it feels like you have something on her, and even though she's using you as a medical kind of testing, you can tell that she's so even though she acts blasé about it, she's so careful and would never actually put you in danger. She might be oh yeah, but no. And also her social link puts you in a similar situation where at one point you have the power over her. So again, it's kind of I don't think it's an issue that they put adult romance in the game, because obviously it's to cater to their adult fans, not to their children fans. Besides, Takemi literally is designed to come off as morally grey. She's not meant to be pure good. IMO? Yep. Totally another thing. And again, it's completely fiction. there's no real morals in it. I think if it was going to have like okay, so it's kind of different, right? If it was trying to have like a really deep commentary about like comparing Kamoshida and Kawakami, I'd be like, okay, sure, that's great. That's fine. We'll go with that. But like actively they're not going for that, so I think that's fine. That's fine. I'm sorry, excuse me, could you hand me a copy of that one sheet with the stock prices from DNW? I got a client that's interested in those, and I'm trying to put them up for the big buy. Well, hold on, let me just grab them. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I gotta grab them. They're over here somewhere. Where are they? What did you say they were? Sorry. But behind? No, I don't think they're behind me, because Ryan just used a copier. So I think he moved. Hold on, let me go looking again. Alright, here you go. Alright, here you go. That should be all good then. I've left it on your desk. Yeah, Ryan was fucking with the photocopier again, so some stuff got moved around. Sorry about that. Thank you for following Agent 09. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Don't hate me, but I did not like Akachi. I think he's an acquired taste. I understood him in this character, I just don't like him. That's fine. I get it. Oh, thanks. You give it back in a moment. No problem. You can keep hold on to it. I don't think I'm gonna get anything like that today. And hey, if it goes well, then you won't need to give it back. Yeah, for a catcher. Yeah, for a catchy, I think. I don't know. I had things to say about Akachi, but I'm not gonna go into them because I don't want to spoil for people who haven't played the game. But I will say, Akachi is one of those characters that I deeply, deeply relate to. And I think that's worrying in a lot of ways. I think that is worrying in a lot of ways. But, you know, I guess we ballin'. I relate to Futaba. Futaba's best girl in my heart. That's my daughter. I get what you mean before. Also, Raddy Cthulhu, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you have a wonderful day. He's just so accidentally funny to me. My fault and desirable child. Ooh, that one stung a little bit. That one stung a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That one stung just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. That one hurt my feelings a little bit. I smell anime talk. We're talking about Persona. That line of interaction is one of the funniest things in any game for me. He's great. Oof. Indeed. Just keeping it going while I'm doing some heckin' work. Alright.
gonna put this over here because my brain is not fucking having it. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Please don't make those noises at me. Love me a game that lets me play as a dog. Koromaru! How long will we be live for today? I want to continue with Wuwa story, but I want to focus on stream. That is a very good question. Probably not much longer, honestly. I think I've done most of what I wanted to do today. I'm just gonna see if I can do the next couple of things just very quickly. So I should be okay. It should be another 10 minutes or so, actually. Okay. If my space key could work, that would be amazing. There we go. Okay. Hello, I'm back. Sorry. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay. Oh god, I know your chest clipped through your shirt a little when you moved around there. Hopefully not. Oh no. Oh, it does a little bit there. Yeah, like on the side. I see. It's like where the seam is. Yeah, I do love this model. I absolutely adore this model, don't get me wrong. But like the clothes are a little glitchy on it. The clothes are a tiny bit glitchy on it and they don't work sometimes. But it's fine. Don't worry. It's just like the top is a little bit too low for this seam. Ugh. Why were you looking? Boop. 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 Thank you for following. Call me Lassen. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful day. What on earth was I gonna do? What was I doing? I completely forgot. Oh no, I completely forgot what I was doing. I forgot. I forgot. I forgot. I forgot, guys. It has been forgot. The builder. I just realized, congrats on 950. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. I very much appreciate everyone who's coming in and dropping a follow and vibing and hanging out and hubba-dubba-dubba-bubba-bubba. And hubba-dubba-bubba-bubba-bubba. What am I doing? I can't remember. It's gone. It's fully gone. The builder. You're now officially round to 1,000. You wish. Maybe we'll get there eventually. No pressure though. What did I want to do? I'm losing my goddamn mind. I'm losing me goddamn brain. Brain gone. Brain gone. Brain gone. Okay. I can't remember what I wanted to do. I think I need to eat some food and be a person. So I think I'm going to call stream there because I got to be a person. I got to be a person, unfortunately. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. On the tail reference. It was very cozy and fun. I hope so. I had a very good time with you. Cozy and fun. Oh, don't echo me. Don't make me listen to my own voice, please. Oh, don't make me listen to my own voice, please. Okay, get stoked. Okay, right. So, a bit of an update. The next stream will be on Christmas Day. I'll be hanging out a little bit on Christmas Day, having a good vibe, having a good time. So I hope that that makes up for the mildly shorter stream today. I'm gonna read into more ASMR because I think that will be good to keep the train going. So I'm just gonna raid on the person who has been suggested to me. So I hope they have a very good time. I hope you treat them with as much love as you've treated me today. Remember, if you'd like to partake in the raid, you can cafe raid, whether that's with any of the Hayano free emotes or the Hayano emotes of the raid, should you be lucky enough to have them. So, I will get you guys all ready to pop on over to that. Remember, if you join the raid, you get some wonderful little sugar cubes. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will see you all tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. Christmas. Alright, I'll see you then. Bye-bye. And for those who are still here after the raid, why are you still here?